Hi, we're David and Tracy Maxwell, and we'd like to invite you in to explore David's personal collection of automobiles and memorabilia. It's been a long journey, but we're done. It's been very exciting, so we'd like to welcome you in.
And I hope you love it as much as I did.
Hi, I'm Mike Tarquinio.
I'm Bobby Maxwell.
Well, now we're here at the funnest part of the tour. We're going to look at the cars.
Come on in, everybody.
Bobby, what are we starting here with?
We have a beautiful 1970 Charger, black, with black and red interior.
This is a 63 Nova. Bobby, doesn't this car has some great pedigree, doesn't it?
Yeah, the Petty Group built this. And along with underneath this carbon fiber hood, we have a Hendrick Motorsports engine.
Here we have an iconic 57 Chevy Coupe, laser straight, beautiful black paint, and she sits next to one of Bobby's favorites.
Yeah, 67 GT500 Fastback, a licensed Eleanor. As you all know, the Eleanor was Gone in 60 Seconds, driven by Nicolas Cage.
Hey David, I'm just saying, this car is not leaving the collection.
Bobby, you and your brother have a personal love affair with trucks. Tell us a little about this one.
Two Diamond T. Dave and I were brought up in the construction business that our father had, and that's how I got a love for all these vehicles. And that he came up to me and he says, "Hey Bobby, you remember this truck back in the day when we were dad?" And so he acquired it, and then from there on he has this addiction of buying all these beautiful cars. But hey, what a great addiction to have, right?
Here we have a nice 36 Ford 3-window coupe, very rare car. Phenomenal paint job, sitting on the air ride. Just a beautiful example of a 36.
Then a 64 Corvette, again black with red interior.
Sits next to a 41 Willys pickup. And
Next to it, there we go. Mike's, I know this is
This is my personal favorite.
32
Ford B400. It is the last car that Boyd Coddington ever built. Matter of fact, it was not even finished. At his time of passing, Chip Foose stepped in and helped finish the car. Just a beautiful car.
Next to the Boyd car is a 67 Austin Healey. Beautiful car, everything about this, the paint job, the interior, the convertible top, everything. This car is like brand new.
Probably the nicest one in the country. Then of course, this collection would not be complete without a Maxwell.
1932 Maxwell, oh I'm sorry, not a 32, it's a 25 coupe. Dave acquired that because of our last name being Maxwell. And then, of course, one of the famous comedians who liked that car and had one and drove it around was Jack Benny.
2006 Golf Edition Ford GT, rare car in and of itself. And then you see his new love
to a Ferrari. Then we go from black to red. Red is another one of Dave's favorite colors in cars and trucks.
Got a great slant nose Porsche here that was owned by, I believe, Pete Rose, wasn't it?
Yep.
And then finally in this room is a super rare Lamborghini Diablo. And then here's a very special room right here where Dave always features one car. Right now it's the Cobra. And this is a really rare aluminum body car.
Not only rare aluminum, rare painted aluminum.
That's right.
Only one of 3 aluminum body cars. There's only 50 miles on this car.
And you'll see, you'll see the cars coming in and out of this collection room. The best thing to do is keep watching the website. You can see what's in the collection, what's not in the collection. We'll get a call at 2 o'clock in the afternoon saying, come take this car, bring me another.
Well, what happens is he falls in and out of love with these cars. So what we do is we make room, and he has 3 or 4, 5 other cars coming in that they're being built by very well-known builders across the country. So with that being said, we'll be filling this up even more. This room will start. The walls are going to be starting to close in.
And then obviously all cars come in to Max Motive. They're photographed on our turntable by a professional photographer, and you can view any of the pictures at maxmotive.com.
Not only you can view it on our website at maxmotive.com, you can go in and click on each description, and you can read about and what each vehicle has. So just keep in tune with our website.
Thank you.
All right, so now we are in the entertainment part of the collection room, and we thought who better to kind of explain our setup than the guy who set it up, which is Ed from Team Nuts. Go ahead.
Thank you. So David Maxwell gives you a phone call and says, I want a wall of TVs. One of the things we brought to the table was 4 85-inch Samsung TVs, all matrixed together to bring one image. This one image will allow us to watch auctions, car shows, whether it's on one TV or 4 individual TVs, or 9 seats here that we can sit around, watch, listen to the sound system from Yamaha with all the speakers in the ceiling, and have a good time.
And it was important to make it easy to use for people like me, so I can come here and work these 4 screens as easy as 1, 2, 3. So
one remote, one button,
Yes.
on, off, volume up, down.
That's key. Perfect.
Make it simple.
Thank you, Ed.
Thank you.
Hey, how's everybody doing? I'm Rico. I work for Mr. Maxwell. I'm one of the guys that had the pleasure of putting this room together for him and organizing it and getting everything on display for everybody to see. For example, this Elfish neon. This neon came from a furniture company that started in Chicago and later expanded, and I believe they still have 1 store left in Indiana State, right around the Indianapolis area. It's quite large, it's huge, it weighs a ton. You gotta move it with a forklift. I actually had to put this on a trailer and transport it here, and believe me, it was a nerve-wracking experience. So when David said, hey, I'm gonna get this building in Monroeville, I think I'm gonna take an area of the room downstairs and partition it off, and I'm gonna put some collection pieces in there and some neons and some stuff that has meaning to me. Do you think you could help me set it up? I was like, yeah, sure, but I had no idea what I was getting into. Every time I'd get a bunch of stuff put away or hung up or on display, more stuff would show up, and then he'd say, hey, you know, I don't like where that car is, or I don't like where this car is, and I'd just move them around like Matchbox cars, and until we got to this point here, what you see today. Walking through here, as you know, you probably already saw in the video, there's some very interesting pieces, a lot of detail here. As we round the corner here, you're gonna see some more interesting pieces that David picked. David decided that he wanted a bar down here, but he didn't want just any bar. So he found a local builder here in Pennsylvania to build him this custom one-off 1953 Cadillac bar. He also really likes to collect classic clocks and vintage clocks, as you can see on the wall behind me. In addition to that, we couldn't find anywhere to put all of his gas pump plugs, so I decided to build this 3-tier piece for above the cabinets, light it all up, and hopefully it grabs everybody's attention when they come in and see the room. As we continue working our way through here, you can see David has some soda stuff here, big Coca-Cola collection, some Pepsi Cola. Furthermore, some soda stuff down here from different manufacturers, different brands. Some interesting pieces here. Old Loopsters converted to display cases. Funny story, putting all this up There were no casualties except for one. This is the only sign I broke while putting this room together. It was up there with cables. David wanted to put these signs up with cables instead of hanging them on the wall. And I said, I don't know if this is gonna work, and we'll try it. This was the first one that I tried. The cable didn't hold. This sign swung down, broke into about 6 million pieces, and it's the one that has his name. On through here, you can see David's pedal card collection. Again, some custom-made shelving to display them. On down through here, some gas pumps. Old Texaco lubrication station. Since David's into cars and boats, I thought what better than having a pedal car pulling a pedal boat. Thanks for coming and checking out the room. If you have any more questions, look us up on the web or give us a call. We'll be happy to answer anything.